Welcome, everyone, to vpod.ai. This exploration is sponsored by StoneFly, your trusted solution provider and advisor in enterprise storage, backup disaster recovery, hyperconverged VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox cluster, AI servers, SA365, a turnkey security appliance, public and private cloud. Check out stonefly.com for more info.
So today we're going to be talking about something pretty critical, how businesses are dealing with, well, the data deluge. Massive storage needs, the constant worry about ransomware, and making sure everything keeps running no matter what. We'll be looking specifically at StoneFly solutions and, maybe more importantly, how they help other businesses, especially managed service providers, step up for their clients. We really want to get into what makes these technologies essential today.
It really is a universal challenge, isn't it? I mean, every single organization, big or small, they're facing these same core issues. How do we handle all this data? How do we keep it safe from, increasingly sophisticated attacks? And crucially, if the worst happens, how do we get back up and running fast? Because without solid answers to that, businesses don't just risk losing data. They risk everything: operations, reputation, their future. Really.
Absolutely. The stakes are just incredibly high now. Okay, so let's unpack StoneFly a bit. Who are they? They've actually been around since 1996, based out in Castro Valley. That's, over 24 years? A long time in tech, especially in areas like data storage, hyperconverged systems, and backup and DR. That kind of history says a lot.
Yeah, and it's not just the history, it's how they've stayed relevant. What's really interesting is their strategy with partnerships. They work closely with the big players: VMware, Veeam, Microsoft Azure, AWS Cloud. And this isn't just about ticking boxes for compatibility. It's about building this adaptable ecosystem. Solutions that work across physical kit, virtual setups, the cloud, seamlessly. Their whole approach seems to be about making things simpler, better performance, but also, importantly, keeping it affordable. They get that a small business and a huge enterprise need robust solutions, but the budgets are totally different. They aim to make that top-tier stuff accessible.
That's a great goal. So for you listening, whether you're running a small shop or managing IT for a larger company, the problems are similar, right? You need storage that doesn't break the bank, solid protection against threats, ransomware being the big scary one, and you just cannot afford significant downtime.
Exactly. And that's where StoneFly's portfolio lines up. Instead of just a huge list of products, think about the core problems they solve. Take data protection and disaster recovery. You mentioned ransomware. It's a constant fear. StoneFly's approach isn't just do backups. It's about building multiple layers of defense, real ransomware resilience.
Okay, so resilience means more than just having a copy somewhere. It needs to be usable, safe. How do they make it, bulletproof?
Well, a really good example is their DR365 VVA solution that stands for Veeam Immutable Veeam Air Gapped. The air gap part is key. Think of it like your backup copy is completely isolated, either physically or logically, from your main network. So even if ransomware gets into your main systems...
Can't jump across.
Exactly. It can't reach or encrypt that isolated backup. VVA uses Veeam, which many people know, but adds StoneFly's own integration to make that backup immutable, meaning unchangeable, and air-gapped. So you have a clean, safe copy to restore from. It minimizes the damage and gets you back online much faster. It's way beyond a standard backup.
Right. Having that guaranteed clean copy must be a huge relief. Okay, so that's recovery. What about just handling the sheer amount of data being created, storage and performance?
Yeah, that's where things like their hyperconverged infrastructure HCI come in. Their USS HCI appliance, for example. It's not just a server plus storage bolted together. It integrates compute, storage, and networking into one box, one system. This makes managing your infrastructure much simpler, cuts down on operational headaches, and because it's all designed to work together, you often get better performance. It just makes the whole data center setup more flexible and efficient, whether you're running applications or dealing with tons of unstructured data like video files.
And with all that data, making sense of it is another challenge. People talk about AI a lot now. Is StoneFly using AI to help with that? Not just storing, but understanding.
Definitely. Look at something like their AI LogX1. Traditionally, log analysis is, looking back after something went wrong. Reactive. AI LogX1 uses artificial intelligence to do predictive anomaly detection.
So spotting problems before they happen?
Pretty much. Instead of just storing logs, the AI is constantly looking for patterns, for subtle changes in behavior that might signal a coming threat or a system failure. It lets you step in before it becomes a major outage. That can save huge amounts of money and downtime. It turns your data logs into an early warning system, basically.
That is a big shift, going from cleanup crew to prevention.
Yeah.
Okay, so strong recovery, simpler infrastructure, smarter analysis. What about just general security posture?
Well, beyond those specific areas, they also offer things like the SA365 security appliance. You mentioned it in the response message. It's a turnkey solution. That means it's built to be deployed easily out of the box. It bundles several security functions together. So it simplifies things for businesses that maybe don't have huge security teams. It gives them robust, consolidated protection without needing tons of complex configuration, making security more accessible.
Okay, this is where I think it gets really interesting, especially for a lot of businesses out there. StoneFly seems really focused on empowering managed service providers, MSPs, giving them the tools so they can offer these advanced enterprise-level solutions to their own clients. That seems like a big part of their strategy.
It absolutely is. It's about enabling MSPs to become, well, full-service providers for their clients' data needs. You can break it down into three core services they help MSPs offer, often under the MSP's own brand. First, storage as a service stays. Using StoneFly's core software, StoneFusion, MSPs can offer all kinds of storage. File, block, object storage, physical or virtual, and it's multi-tenant so they can serve many clients securely. And it's not just capacity. It includes data protection features, optimization, monitoring, all integrated.
So the MSP can handle everything. NAS for files, S3 for cloud apps, ASM for databases.
Exactly. They become the storage experts for their clients, tailoring it perfectly, using StoneFly's tech as the engine.
That's powerful for an MSP. They don't need to build it all themselves. But storage needs protecting, right? What about backups?
All right, that leads straight to the second service. Backup as a service bus. This lets MSPs protect their clients' critical data from, well, everything: ransomware, user mistakes, actual disasters. We're talking automated backups, easy central management for the MSP, quick restore options. And here's a really key feature for the MSPs. They can rebrand the software.
Ah, so it looks like their service to the client.
Precisely. They sell BOSS under their own company name. That builds their brand, strengthens client trust. It's a huge plus for the MSP.
Yeah, rebranding is definitely a game changer for building their business. Okay, and the third piece, if things go really wrong.
That's disaster recovery as a service drives. This is about ensuring business continuity for the clients. Near zero downtime is the goal. MSPs can set up automatic, regular replication of client data, often to the cloud. If there's a ransomware attack or some other major failure,
They can recover quickly.
yes, very quickly. And if the client's main site is completely down, the MSP can restore operations in the cloud, keeping the business running. It's about resilience, turning potential catastrophes into manageable bumps in the road.
Okay, these services clearly give MSPs a lot to offer, but what's in it for the MSP directly? Why partner with StoneFly? What are the business benefits for them?
Several big ones. First, StoneFly emphasizes offering the best profit margins for their MSP partners. It's structured so MSPs can genuinely grow their business profitably by selling these high-value enterprise solutions. Better margins mean more resources for growth.
Profitability is always key. What about support? If an MSP or their client has an issue,
That's another strong point. 24/7 premium support. StoneFly provides round-the-clock technical help, and they aim to get an expert connected the same day. This avoids those long waits that frustrate everyone. Quick expert support helps the MSP look good and keeps clients happy.
that's huge. Delays kill customer satisfaction.
Absolutely. And then there's flexibility. Partners can offer customized solutions. They're not stuck with rigid packages. They can really tailor the storage, backup, and DR setup to fit exactly what each client needs and can afford. That's a major selling point.
That combination of profit, support, and flexibility sounds like a genuine partnership focus. What are the specific software tools MSPs use to deliver all this?
The two main ones are StoneFusion MSP and StoneFly CDR365. StoneFusion MSP is what lets them virtualize storage and offer that multi-tenant STAS file, block, object storage. It's the core engine. Then CDR365 is the platform for managing backup as a service and disaster recovery as a service, setting up backups for servers, remote workers, databases, handling the replication, ransomware protection, all managed through one interface. These tools basically simplify the back-end complexity for the MSP so they can focus on delivering great service.
It's pretty clear these kinds of solutions are needed almost everywhere. The applicability seems really broad.
Oh, absolutely. Think about industries where data and uptime are just critical. Healthcare patient data privacy and access. Legal, government-sensitive information. Small and medium businesses where any downtime can be devastating. Media and entertainment dealing with huge files. Oil and gas, manufacturing, critical operational data, higher education with research. The need is universal, really. Secure, scalable, resilient data handling is fundamental now.
So, as we wrap up our conversation today, it feels like StoneFly offers a really broad range of capabilities from AI insights to tough ransomware protection. But maybe the most significant part is how they empower those managed service providers. Giving MSPs the ability to deliver these vital enterprise class services creates this whole wider ecosystem of resilience.
Exactly. That's the crucial point. In this world where data is everything and threats are constant, managing, protecting, and recovering, the data isn't just an IT task anymore. It's fundamental to business survival and growth. And often, the businesses that succeed are leveraging these kinds of comprehensive, partner-delivered solutions.
So, a final thought for you listening. With data threats constantly changing and business continuity being non-negotiable, how are you ensuring your data strategy isn't just reacting to problems? How are you proactively securing your future, maybe using advanced solutions like the ones we've talked about?
Yeah, it raises that key question. When downtime costs so much and data is so valuable, how do you make sure you're not just surviving, but actually thriving? Leveraging these adaptable, partner-driven solutions might just be that distinguishing factor. Think about the strategic edge you gain with that kind of solid IT foundation.
Hmm.
It's really about building resilience as a competitive advantage.